Guys, I just went on the Magic News website just to see, what's new, what's going on, and I've just seen that the Duskmourn story has just been released. So I guess all there is to say is goodbye, Bloomburrow. It's been fun. Jokes aside, it is pretty crazy that we are already getting Duskmourn content. I mean, Bloomburrow officially released on August 2nd, and we're getting Duskmourn story on August 19th? Like, Wizards, give us some time. Like, you've just brought us to this plane, and now suddenly, a couple of weeks later, we're already moving on to the next. Who cares about Bloomburrow? I know that most people haven't read the Planeswalker's Guide. They haven't read the Bloomburrow story yet. Give them time. I mean, I have, because I'm super excited, but, this is crazy. How are we moving on to Duskmourn already? Should you be worried about product overload? Should you not? Let's talk about it. Duskmourn's official release will be on September the 27th, which means pre-release is going to be a week before. So we're not even getting 2 months between sets. That is pretty insane. And what is the problem with this? Why is it a bad thing we're getting more product? Why are you moaning, Jack? Shut up.
Stop complaining.
The value of something comes a lot of time from its scarcity. So if you continue to push new product all the time, there is no scarcity, and you're taking away the specialness of the set, right? If a set comes out once every 4 months, then a new set is like, oh my god, there's a new set coming out, have you seen it? Oh my god, they're getting all this new stuff, there's new cards, this new art. But if we're always getting new product, then new product is no longer special. And that's an issue, I think. Because, yes, you could just ignore this stuff, but there is artists, there are card designers that are putting so much effort in, and their work is inevitably going to be ignored by the masses, because unless you are super invested and interested in what that plane is all about, then you are just going to ignore it because there's too much product, right? And when there's this much product, unless you have unlimited money, then you have to choose where your resources are going to go. Duskmourn does look cool. It looks like a cool set. Even the story is quite cool. The artwork on the cards is quite cool. But as I said, we only have so much money and resources and time. And if I'm given the option to build more Bloomburrow decks, buy more Bloomburrow cards, play more Bloomburrow Sealed, or play Duskmourn, my temptation is going to be towards Bloomburrow. And same vice versa. People that are really into horror but not so much into animals may have just skipped Bloomburrow because they know Duskmourn's coming around the corner. So then the FOMO's not really there. I think that is a problem. It's a shame, because I would like to have time to enjoy every Magic set, apart from sets that I would consider like the joke sets, like Outlaws of Thunder Junks and Murders of Carl of Mana, sets that don't really take themselves seriously, but that's a whole nother topic for another video. There are people that say that we should go back to block sets. If you're like me, a new player, you probably don't even know what a block set is, so I had to research this, and back in 2018, block sets were retired. But before this, block sets essentially meant that you stayed on a plane for 2 to 3 sets, which sounds like a great idea, and I'm not completely opposed to this idea, but there are pros and cons, and there is a reason Wizards got rid of it. For starters, statistics showed that the second set of a block set would only sell about 80% of what the first set sold, because it's no longer new and special, for example. It's not as exciting, and then I would imagine there was diminishing returns as the later sets came on. So that's a problem, right? Wizards is a business, and if something doesn't make money, then they're not going to continue to make it. So that's fair enough. So that's why we constantly just get new. Everything has to be new. Everything has to be new and exciting. Otherwise, you're not going to buy the product, essentially. But what this means is that we don't get to fully invest into a plane. Who knows when we're next going to go back to Bloomburrow, right? So what we've got now is what we've got for the next, but we know it's probably not coming next year, so at least the next 2 years, and that's quite sad. That's quite unfortunate, because Bloomburrow has got so much potential. It's so much rich story. Like, Valley is one area in Bloomburrow, but it's just one area that this set is set in, so there's many more areas, and those areas probably have animal folk of their own, with their own stories and their own lore. You only have so much time, right? And if we're already moving on to Duskmourn, if you're trying to stay current, you probably don't even have the time to do all your research and learn about the lore of Bloomburrow, because, oh no, more stuff's coming, more stuff. Get your wallet out, It's so much product. It's so much product. If you love Bloomburrow, like me, then a block set in Bloomburrow sounds like a great idea, right? But if you're not into horror, then a block set in Duskmourn probably doesn't feel as exciting, because suddenly Magic now becomes a horror thing for the next 6 months or more. Not as exciting. So it's so easy to be biased if a set is out that you love, but what if it's a set that you don't love so much? Arguably though, if sets had more time to be fleshed out, then it's more chance that every set becomes exciting in their own way. And even though I might not be fully into horror, maybe they find a way to flesh it out that, you know, there's stuff there for the people that are not so much into horror, and you could still enjoy being on the plane, being invested. I think ultimately becoming invested in Magic the Gathering's world and story, if you love Magic in general, then you can look past maybe themes that you don't like so much and still love it because it's Magic, because you're invested in the story, the characters, and so on. But if you don't give us time to invest into these planes, then how do we get there? So I want to wrap up this video by saying, how do you combat product overload? It's quite easy. Wizards have done us a favor by giving us a whole release schedule for the year. Now, they don't have to do this. They could keep this information hidden from you and give you information one at a time. That way you don't know what's coming, so you don't know if you should skip something or not, because you don't know when the next product is coming. You don't know whether you're going to like it or not, but they've given you the product. They are telling you this is what's coming, and by doing that you can pick and choose what you invest in, what you buy. Hello there. If you're enjoying this video, then might I suggest you hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of my future uploads, okay? These videos take quite a lot of time to make out of my spare time, so all the likes and comments are greatly appreciated, and I want to see your guys' thoughts and opinions on these videos that I make as well. So let's get chatting, let's build a nice little community for all of the noobs out there. That is the way around this if we're talking strictly from my financial point of view, and you don't want to get stressed into product overload. If you've got the pressure of constantly having to keep in current with what's new, then that pressure is going to be there. But if you're a casual player, there's no need to, and most of my content is for the casual player, as I myself am a casual commander player, so that is what my videos tend to be targeted as an audience standpoint towards. But if you're a competitive player, then I understand that's not an option, but staying current with constantly new cards is not a new thing for Magic. It's not a new thing for competitive TCG, so, you know, we don't have to get into that. Don't stress. These cards are going to be here. They're not going anywhere. You've got all the time in the world to invest into Bloomburrow, into building Bloomburrow decks and stuff like that, so don't panic, okay? Yes, Duskmourn is here and the spotlight will be on Duskmourn, but Bloomburrow is still there. So don't panic, it's fine. Take this time to just invest into this world if that's what you love. And if you are looking forward to Duskmourn, then, you know, you've got that round the corner. I am still going to be covering Duskmourn and doing Duskmourn content, so don't worry. But yeah, I'm also a big love for Bloomburrow, and I'm still got lots of plans to continue to invest into the plane. Other than that, guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know in the comments below, what are your thoughts on product overload? How do you plan to combat it? And what sets are you looking forward to that's coming out? Are you excited about Duskmourn? Let me know. I want to hear your thoughts. Other than that, have a lovely rest of your day, guys, and we'll see you all in the next one. Cheers.